Is Tanjiro about to awaken? Up, What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kimetsu no Yaiba chapter 151. So, last chapter, Gyu got his crest, and I'm still really irked that we didn't get, like, similar imagery to, Kenroji and Tokido when they got their crest, but I think the reason Gotoge didn't do that is, now that I'm thinking about it, is because we already kind of got that imagery when Tanjiro was cheering up Giyu a while back. So maybe that's why Gotoge didn't do that. But something that has been building up for a while is Tanjiro's awakening. Because remember what Genya said, and this was right before we started, fighting Muzan, is that Tanjiro's mark is really starting to grow. So Tanjiro is getting really close to awakening, and last chapter, Tanjiro was trying to get in touch with his fighting spirit, and he might have hit it because remember, at the end of the chapter, he had that realization, and it looks like we're going into a flashback. For Tanjiro. So this is going to get interesting. So let's get to this chapter and see what happens next. And this chapter is titled A Bell Rings on a Snowy Moonlit Night. Father and son, the path they walked was really there. Oh my god, we're going to see Tanjiro's dad. Oh my god. I think this might be the first time we've actually seen Tanjiro's dad in the manga. Holy shit. This is the first time we've seen Tanjiro's dad in the manga. Oh my god. Oh my god, we've finally seen him! A flashing memory in the middle of a fight. My dad was like a plant. He almost never had any emotional outbursts. He was always gentle, and that never changed in the slightest, even during his last days prior to his death. And he has the mark! He has the mark! He has the mark of the fire god! He has it! When I think of my dad, the first things that come up are his soft smile and his voice as calm as a murmuring river. Dad, when you perform the dance of the fire god, see, Tanjiro, you have the mark. You have the mark too. That is that birthmark. That birthmark, man. That is that birthmark of the fire god. You cannot deny that shit anymore, you motherfucker. You cannot deny it. Dad, when you perform the dance of the fire god, what are you thinking about? Oh yes, I am really, really convinced this is Tanjiro awakening. Tanjiro is about to fully awaken, and I think we're gonna find out for sure if if Tanjiro is like a half demon, or fuck, maybe we're gonna have like Nezuko fully awakened too. Oh my god, this might be happening. At the beginning of each year, every generation of the Kamado family performs a certain dance, but it is a very tough one, and the performer has to dance continuously from sunset to sunrise. You repeat all 12 forms of the dance over and over again until the dawn breaks. If it's too tough for you, Dad, I'll do it starting next year. I'm worried about your body. Thank you, Tanjiro, but in all these years, your father never thought the dance was tough. It's quite mysterious. Back when I learned the dance from your grandfather, I was much younger and healthier than I am now, but it was so hard that my breasts were reduced to faint wheezes. I think there were a lot of simply useless moves, but what's important are the correct breaths and movements, and releasing your maximum strength with minimal movements. When you do these, your mind will simply become invisible. Invisible? You have to remember all this when you are starting out. You have to find the movements and sensations. Utilize your 5 senses and become aware of your entire body down to the tiniest blood vessel. It's really hard during this time, and even if you continue to polish it, it will only feel like it's taking you to your limits. That must be what was in the scroll. I wonder if that's what was in the scroll that Tanjiro needs to read. Very curious. After you remember all this, you take out the parts you don't need. Just keep the necessary things from those movements and close everything else. Close? You know how people close their eyes when they try to listen to others. Oh my god, wordings. You know how people close their eyes when they try and listen to others, right? Just like that, you pick and choose the most necessary things in those moments. Before long, your body. Oh my god, my wordings right now. Before long, your body's blood vessels and muscles will open and close. You will quickly and simply do the movements like you're blinking. Then the path enshrined by light will open. When your mind becomes invisible, you will begin to see the see-through world. What does he mean by the see-through world? But this is the boundary because you will struggle and suffer as your strength will be at its limit. The see-through world, I wonder if he means the spirit world. I think that's what he means. He's got to mean the spirit world. Can I get there as well? If you keep working hard and don't slack off. Look, I'm done. Thanks. 10 days before he succumbed to his disease, there was an incident on the other side of the mountains where a bear attacked and ate people. Our neighbors lit their iron basket fires and hung ropes lined with Zuzu bells. Tanjiro. Yes? Come with me. Here's that fucking bear. Ooh, this is gonna be good shit. The bear standing before him was huge, probably around 2 meters tall. This was the bear who killed and ate 6 people. It was, oh god, this is making me, what is this? Crash Roast, that's what this is making me think of right now. It was on the other side of the Suzu ropes. It seemed that Dad noticed its presence even though the bells never rung. My sick father confronted the bear with only a single axe. We had no hunting rifles in our house. I'm very sorry about your hunger, but if you come any closer, I will not let you off easy. Dude. If anything or anyone tries to harm my family, I will show no mercy. It doesn't matter who you are. And if you don't heed my warning, I will take your life. Woo! Dad, what can I do? Oh, shit. Yeah, kill that fucking bear. Holy shit. The head of the bear, decapitated that fucking bear. Oh my god, and this man is sick. The head of the bear, which was the size of a human body, thumped to the ground together with the bells. I couldn't follow him with my eyes, but I think my dad chopped him twice in the span of a blink. Oh my god. He had to, or it would have been impossible to chop its head off with an axe that size. My father's smell never wavered. There was no hesitation or fear in him before or after cutting the bear's head off, nor was there any intent to kill. He just stood there with his usual plant-like presence. Did you see that? I did. I saw. Dad, are you okay? I'm fine. Don't ever forget what you saw. My dad wasn't the kind of person who would show off his strength for fun, and I realized after the fact that what he did was effectively a form of perception training. I was supposed to learn from the defensive movements of my father who could see the see-through world. Dad, Grandpa and Great-Grandpa learned this in the exact same way for sure. Don't ever give up. Just keep thinking about it. If you keep working hard and never slack off, you can tear down any wall in your way. I understand, Dad. That's why back then I dodged a cause as an unavoidable attack. The one that seemed like it was clinging to me. That hit would most likely have taken my life. Both he and Giyu are trading blows while taking momentary rest. He may have protected me from what would have been a fatal blow, but not even Giyu-san made it in time when he was open. Yet for some reason, I never thought that this whole fight could be completely impossible. It felt just for a moment, I entered for just a moment that world. The see-through world. Woo! I saw his whole body as if he were transparent. The same thing happened when Hantegu was hiding in his own heart. I don't know if I saw it or if I smelled it. I'm just trying to figure out, like, the see-through world. Does he mean, like, the spirit world? Like, I'm just so curious what he means by this. Or, like, because it says I saw his whole body as if you, like, this is, like, X-ray world, ultra, like, what the fuck? What do you mean by this, Katoge? Like, a spirit world, I could totally understand if that's what you mean by see-through world. But, like, I'm starting to think see-through world means, like, now that we're seeing this here, I'm starting to think you mean X-ray world. That's what I'm starting to think you mean. Dodge, I was so focused on that, I closed off my other senses. Or, oh, you're thinking about, maybe he's, like, talking about infrared and shit like that. And my body moved, faster than I ever moved before. Sorry, Nasuke, I doubted you back then, but you were probably right. Oh, he's talking about, The fighting spirit. That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was right about the spirit world. He's talking about fighting spirit world. That's what it is. Ha ha. I was right. I was right, but in a different way. Hurry! While Gyu-san is fighting him, I will use this to the best of my ability and defeat Akaza. A chance to win discovered. Next issue, center color. So this chapter was really interesting because we got to see Tanjiro's father, and we definitely got a lot of confirmation about Tanjiro's father. First of all, Tanjiro's father was a badass. Holy shit, Tanjiro's father is badass as fuck. I mean, the fact that he was doing 12 different fire god breathing moves from sunset to sunrise, non-fucking stop. That is insane as hell. One day a year, that is just goddamn insane. But this is more of a realization. Well, this is kind of an awakening. Maybe like a step closer to an awakening than anything. Nah, this is, I feel, I'm just trying to think, like, I feel like it's a step, if anything, it's a step closer to, an awakening. Like, I feel like unlocking this memory is getting Tanjiro closer to fully awakening himself, if that makes sense. Because I feel like what's going on with Tanjiro is like, because with Tanjiro, I feel like all these memories of his father, of his past, are kind of locked away and like buried within himself. And I feel like it's the same thing with Nezuko. And remember, when Nezuko, she's trying to come back up. Ever since she turned into a demon, she's trying to come back up. Her humanity's trying to come back up. I feel like something similar is going on with Tanjiro. And I feel like once his memories come back, I feel like something's gonna happen. And well, in the same, basically when the time is right, and I feel like when Nezuko's humanity comes up, it's back up, it's gonna tie in with his mark. Because remember, that mark is growing. That mark is growing. It's just, I feel like it's all tied together. I'm just very curious what you guys think, and what you guys think about Tanjiro's father and the lesson that he taught Tanjiro. Do you guys, and what do you guys think is in that freaking scroll that was sent to Tanjiro? And do you guys think do you guys think it's all connected? I'm really curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Kimetsu no Yaiba content. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.